My name is Ginger. I'm the owner of My Hunny's Kitchen, and we create our own little spice blends. So tonight we're going to actually make some beef stroganoff using some of our spice blends. I started off with adding about 2 cups of flour to this bowl and about a tablespoon of the seasoned salt to it. Then I also have about 1.5 pounds of tenderized meat that I've cut into like chunks. And we are going to turn it on to about 6.5 or 7. And we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. There we go. Okay, while that's heating up, we are going to take some of our meat here and coat it really good with some flour that's been seasoned. So we are almost all done with the browning of the meat. And as soon as we're done browning the meat, we'll add the vegetables and so forth and go from there. But in the meantime, I also got the pot of water to boil, or boiling, sorry, so that we can do the noodles. That way we don't have the sauce sitting here waiting for the noodles to get done. So one of the things about cooking is sometimes difficult to do is to get everything timed together so that the meal is all completely done at the same time. So try to do that while we're putting the sauce together, then the noodles can also be cooking. So I have right here the meat, and it's really good. Super tender. It's not quite all the way done. It's a little bit on the medium rare side maybe. So we're going to let this cook for just a second more. And then, so we use up all of the beef. This is approximately how much flour we had left. Maybe a quarter cup. So we're going to actually kind of stack all of our dirty dishes so we can kind of get them out of our way. And then our next thing that we're going to be using will be the onion, some garlic, mushrooms, and some bell pepper. Of course, you could add things like celery. I've seen people add things like peas and stuff. Whatever kind of vegetables you really like to add to like those kind of sauces. I'm a fan of keeping it fairly simple. So we are going to just do these 4 different things here. Okay, so our meat is brown, and I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil, and we are going to start up, and I already washed my spoon, so there we go. Alright, so we're going to add our onion and our garlic, and this is approximately, I'd say maybe a tablespoon of garlic, chopped up garlic. So one of the other things I do is I freeze dry food. So this is actually freeze dried garlic, but it's still about a tablespoon of garlic. So we're going to add those up right now. And while those are cooking and kind of getting a little bit fragrant, we're going to add My Hunny's onion slice so that it's got a little bit more deeper flavor. Put that in there. It looks like we're about ready to add the rest of the stuff too. That's about a cup of mushrooms I have, and probably got a 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of bell peppers. And here's the guy who gets to eat dinner after we're all done with this. Alright. Alright, so looking good, looking fragrant, and smelling really good. We're going to add the meat back in. Give it a good stir so that everything's mixed really well. Okay, and then I like to add beef broth. And this is about 4 cups. And if that doesn't look like quite enough, you can add a little bit of water. We're going to add about another cup, just to make sure we have plenty for what we want to do. Alright, and then we are going to let that cook for just a little bit. And let the flour that's on the meat kind of thicken the sauce a little bit. And then if we have to, we'll thicken it up just a little bit more. We're to a nice little bit of a boil. It's not quite what I would call thick enough to do what we need to do. So what I like to do at that point is I'll take about not quite a 1/3 cup of just the juice, if I can. And take, so I use arrowroot. You can use clear gel, you can use cornstarch, anything that's a thickening agent. And I've got 2 tablespoons here, but we're not going to use all 2 tablespoons, so we don't quite need that much. We're going to kind of turn it into a little bit of a paste to be able to stir back into our stroganoff sauce. That way we can make sure we have the proper thickness for it. And then when we add our sour cream to it right before we serve it, it will thin it back down a little bit. So that's kind of a nice thing. Now our water's about ready to boil, so we can add our noodles. And then we will be eating here in just a jiffy. So, oh yeah, that helped a lot. Can't wait to have this tasted by whoever is here to eat dinner tonight. Sometimes that's a question, but we are just about perfect here for this. So we are going to now turn this down to a simmer while we wait for our noodles to catch up to us. We don't want to put in the sour cream too early, because it just is one of those things that you just add at the very last minute to make sure that it's got all the full flavors that are present. We're going to have so many layers of great flavor, from the beef to the vegetables to the cream, that's the sour cream that we're going to add to it. So we're going to just let that sit for a minute. And then let's go ahead and add our noodles. You want your water to be at a good boil. Not sure we're going to add. Yep, we're going to add all this whole thing of noodles. I would say it's probably close to about 4 cups of noodles. And let me grab another spoon for that. We'll let it go. Alright. So as soon as our noodles are done, then we'll come back and we will get this all put together.